Let me ask you something, and do not answer it quickly. Just think about it. Have you ever had one of those days where you did nothing and at the end of the day you feel awful about it? Most people think they are lazy, but if you are watching this right now, there is a very high chance that is not true. If you have ever spent an entire day doing nothing, not because you wanted to waste time, but because you could not bring yourself to start, then stay with me. By the end of this video, you will understand what is actually happening with your mind and how to stop blaming yourself for something that is not your fault. Okay, so let me clear it first. This is not about motivation. It is not about discipline, and it is not about working harder. It is something quieter and heavier. Have you ever been sitting there with your phone in your hand, fully aware of what you should be doing right now, and still not moving? Not scrolling because you were relaxed. Scrolling because starting something just feels too hard. And while sit there's a voice in your head saying, "Why am I like this? Why does everything feel so hard for me?" I know that voice. I listened to it for a long time. And I believed it. I thought the problem was me. I thought I was unmotivated, undisciplined, and lazy. But here is the part no one tells you. If you are truly lazy, you would not feel this bad. You would not feel so guilty, and you would not be thinking about everything you are falling behind on. And you would not care this much. But you do, and that matters. That feeling you are experiencing right now is not a character flaw. It is a signal. And I will explain you what that signal actually means, and why your brain reacts this way when it feels overloaded. So actually that feeling you call laziness is not laziness at all. It is overwhelm, not something you notice right away. Something that builds slowly and stays with you. Your mind feels full all the time. Too many things to remember, and too many expectations, and too many "I should be doing this right now" thoughts colliding at once in your brain. And when everything feels important, your brain does not know where to start. So it does nothing. And this is why you can want to do everything and still feel stuck. Starting feels heavy and choosing feels exhausting. And the fear of doing wrong thing feels worse than doing nothing at all. So your mind delays, it avoids and freezes. Not because you do not care, but because you care too much. And this shows up in ways that look like procrastination but are not. You open your book to read or open your laptop to work, and suddenly you are doing something else like scrolling reels or staring something at your room. You tell yourself you will start in 5 minutes, but somehow an hour disappears. From the outside, it looks like laziness, but from the inside, it feels like pressure. So here is something important you need to hear. Laziness does not come with guilt, and it does not come with anxiety, and it does not keep reminding you of everything you are falling behind on. But the overwhelm does. So if you're sitting there and thinking, "I know what I should be doing, but why can't I just do it?" This is why, because your mind is overloaded. Okay, don't worry. I will explain you what your brain does when it stays overloaded for too long and why forcing yourself harder only make things worse. So when your brain carries too much for too long, something important happens. It stops trying to move forward, not because it is broken, but you are incapable. Your brain is protecting you because your brain has one main job, is to keep yourself safe. And that's why when everything starts to feel urgent, heavy, or never ending, your brain reads that as a threat. So it switches modes. It is called survival mode. And survival mode does not care about goals. It does not care about plans. And it does not care about productivity. It cares about only relief, and any kind of relief. That is why scrolling feels automatic. And that is why avoiding feels easier than starting something. Your brain is not looking for pressure. It is looking for quiet, for just a moment where it does not have to carry everything at once. This is also why pushing yourself harder does not work. When you say things like "just do it, just focus," your brain does not hear about motivation. It hears danger, so it shuts down even more. This is the part most people get wrong. They think discipline will fix overwhelm. But discipline without relief only increases pressure. And pressure is exactly what caused the freeze in the first place. So if you ever feel stuck for days, months, or even year, even though you care deeply about your life, and this is why. Nothing is wrong with you. Your system is overloaded. I will show you how to come out of this state gently, without force yourself, without guilt, and without fixing your whole life at once. So what do you do when you realize you are not lazy? You are just overwhelmed. You stop trying to fix your entire life at once. That urge to reset everything, plan everything, change everything, that is overwhelmed talking. Instead, you ask something your mind can handle. What is one small thing you can do right now? Not the whole assignment or not entire plan, just one small thing. Something so small, your brain does not feel threatened by it. Read that one sentence, write one line, that is it. Some days, the small thing is rest, without telling yourself you should be doing more. That part is important, because when you rest while still blaming yourself, your brain does not recover. It still stays in survival mode. But when you let yourself rest without guilt, your system actually resets. You come back clearer and lighter with more energy than before. Another thing that changes everything is this. Stop holding everything in your head. Your mind is not meant to be a storage unit. Write things down anywhere. Messy notes, random lists, no perfect system. The goal is not organization. Now the goal is relief. The quieter your mind feels, the easier it is to move. But the biggest shift, that one that matters most, is how you talk to yourself. Every time you say I am lazy, you add weight. But every time you say I am overwhelmed right now, you create space. That one sentence changes everything. Because it replaces shame with understanding. And the understanding is what allows movement to happen again. So if you are feeling stuck right now, hear this clearly. You are not failing, or you are not behind because something is wrong with you. You are carrying more than you realize. And you do not need to be harder on yourself to move forward. You need some space and patience. And you need one small step. That is enough. And that is how it starts. If this video made you feel understood, that is not an accident. I am here for the people who think deeply, feel deeply, and tired of being hard on themselves just to survive. So consider subscribing so you do not miss the next one.